This is with live. Live now. Live control room. Yeah, this is working. Yeah. Turn the volume up, see if you can hear me talking.
Yeah. Ho.
Okay, all right. Not bad. Here we go, guys. Let me just get the comments fired up. Because I've got to change, and then that should pop up. Boom. Nice.
So that means when you say before this, like about 8 minutes, nothing?
Yeah.
No one can hear?
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, so we talked for about 8 minutes, nothing going on. All right, Chris, we got you. Soy Mafia, what's up? Wakanda forever. John Poe, howdy. Hey, John, we're giving you a whole bunch of advice for like 8 minutes. No one could hear us. Oh, that's crazy. So I'm not sure what happened, but the live just never kicked off. And like it said we were live on StreamYard. We were talking. I was seeing comments. I was popping them up. And I'm like, yeah, no one's responding. And then John's like, did I miss it? I'm like, what's he saying he missed? And so we went to check real quick, and nothing going on. So
Weird.
yeah, 20 minutes later, here we are. No, John, so we were just saying, not really advice. It was a lack of advice. We were just saying that no one knows what's going on with the sandbox right now. So that's why the COE, no one has it completely locked down. Apparently, every consulate, every embassy is asking for different stuff still. It's kind of wild. Yeah, the other thing we were saying was that they've extended the lockdown through until the end of the month, and what they allowed was it banks in
shopping mall
to
open. Yes,
right,
because people complain that now they have to go to the bank, the standalone building, which is it's kind of they close down.
It's okay
more
for us,
and more branch
yeah.
because they move to shopping mall. So small number of the branch that they can go, then people pack up in the bank.
So Mafia is asking, any misfire fireworks in the house this morning? In the house compounds this morning? Was there a firework thing in Thailand today?
What's that?
I didn't hear anything.
It's morning.
No fireworks, no gunshots. I think
No.
we're good. Yeah. Yeah, no, nothing here. So Mafia, something out where you're at? I hope I'm headed out mid-September. Nice, John.
September. I think September will be good.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So because from the sandbox, they show the number of how many COVID case in Phuket, which is most number are from Thai who live there.
I'll tell you what, the fact that it has not completely collapsed yet is really a good thing, right? It makes me think that it's gonna work, and they've changed it so now you can do 7 days in Phuket, and then you can go to another province that has a similar program. So you don't have to do 14 days straight in Phuket. You can do 7, break it up a bit, and then you can get into Bangkok, get out into the rest of the country after your 14 days.
Come to Bangkok, cannot eat in the restaurant.
Yeah. You're fully vaxxed, John? The other thing, we were looking like we were going to hit 25K new cases this week, and we have not. It's gone back down to 20K and kind of stayed there. So things are looking good. Can't complain too much on that front. So not bad. And then, just overall, we got a lot going on this week. Jib's on that final push for her project.
Yes, sleep at midnight every day.
But needles sticking through her skin on her fingers.
Yeah, some of you see that photo, right?
Yeah. And
you see it,
Joe,
John?
we were the late ones, so thanks for finding on the new stream. I appreciate it, brother. Yep, fully vexed. Oh, so I was talking about I left a comment. You guys know Patty Doyle's gonna box this kid Note from some other channel, Flora and Note. And so they're gonna box each other. And like, box is a relative term. Probably testing going down more than cases going. Hey, Senior Frank, we don't need to get into technicalities about why numbers are dropping.
Oh,
do
maybe.
I need to ask a digital assistant?
So it's yeah, Frank, you get a point. Like maybe.
Yeah, no, he's definitely right. I mean, he's not wrong, but it's just nice to see a number below 25K. We know it's higher. We know it's like 5x, 10x.
It will be higher because like not every infected people will think that they need to check. Like if it's just like not bad sickness, they're not gonna go to check, right?
True.
Except they have like one person in the house that this one gets sick, so we should check.
So anyway, I was going to talk about the Patty fight real quick. He's going to fight this kid Note. I actually think Patty has a better chance of winning than a lot of people seem to be commenting. I think Patty can get it done.
You should be his corner man.
So, but this is what I offered, that if they were doing it in Bangkok, I would train with Patty and I would get him ready for sure. I would corner him. But I said when they're done with their pillow fight with their big gloves and whatever, I challenged them both to a 2-on-1 fight. I will fight them both at the same time, but we have to do it under FMD rule set, which is probably the greatest rule set in all of MMA. Right, so it's everything's pretty much legal. 12-6 elbows, soccer kicks, knees to the head on the ground, all legal. Slams, spikes, you name it.
With this rule, I cannot beat you.
That's why I love this rule set. The FMD rule set is the rule set for like hardcore fans. So I've offered extended the challenge that I will fight them both under that rule set. And so like right away, as soon as I posted it, Note declined. Patty liked the comment this morning. I see there's some people commenting on Patty's supporting it. So, and I haven't checked all the notifications yet. I did see that some people responded to my comment on Notes as well. So the challenge is out there, right? We can go, I'm offering 2 versus 1. So same time them, both of them versus me. 4-ounce gloves, FMD rule set, good to go. So guys, if you go to Patty's post on his community page, go to Notes post on his, and comment that they need to do this. Man up, do the right thing, in 2 versus 1. Patty and Note versus Idea Studio.
Just fat white dude.
Look, there's no doubt. I'm older. I'm probably twice the age of Note. He looks young, right? Patty, I think I'm like 15 years older than. I'm obviously I have bad sight. I wear glasses. And I'm slow, right? That's so much advantage for them, right? They should beat me, right? That like they have
Do
no
you know
reason to say no.
how elephant crash motorcycle, right?
Yes.
It's slow, it's big, not good eyesight, but can stomp on motorcycle and a rider.
It can happen. John says, just be ready to have a seafood fest. I need a kumite, old school blood sport. Blood sport might be before their time, John. They might not even know that's a movie reference. That's how young these kids are. Make them wait till I get there and we can have a WrestleMania-style tag match. How nice. Osito asks, how's the cardio? Yeah, not as good as it should be, but I think with if I had like 6 weeks, I could get it to the point where I could make it out of the first round. 6 weeks of I can't run. That's the other thing, right? I can't really run. I have 2 bad knees, so I have to figure out other ways to do cardio. I ride the bike every day, but I'm not pushing my cardiovascular limits. But yeah, I'd have to figure that out. Probably swimming, but no pools are open
Yeah.
right now.
Not
So
open.
I'll figure it out. But yeah, I can't run. My knees will not allow. So yeah, go over to their post. Let's make this happen. Encourage them to accept a 2 versus 1 fight. Need to allow metal chair for drama effect and trash can. See, I think I have a strategy that I could take. I could probably close this fight out in the first round, even with the 2 of them. I think that could happen. Right? I've got, like I said, they're faster, younger, better looking. It's okay.
Better body.
It's fine. I'm confident that mass will overcome speed. You can use my elliptical to get the heart going. Okay. Frank's going to be my cardio trainer.
Oh.
Strength and conditioning coach, Senior Frank. So maybe better to stay home and eat those yummy street donuts. Not a good time to be in the Bangkok hospital.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'm going to end up in the hospital.
Who knows? You might trip yourself.
As long as I can make it into the ring, then my footwork's good enough that I'll be fine. I still start.
Never trip in the ring?
To this day, every workout I've ever done, my warm-up is always shadow boxing and foot movement. So I'm confident in my foot movement for a fight. Not so confident that I can walk and not kill myself. But once I'm in the ring, I think I'm good. Between a shot in the left hip and tearing my MCL 6 years ago and no run. Yeah. Luckily my hips, actually I thought I broke my hip once. I don't know if I ever told you guys this story. I was in Malaysia doing some work with my buddy Dash, and I was staying at his place. And Dash stays in this baller condo. And they've got this pool that is absolutely fantastic. He's got a 50 meter. And then there's a waterfall that goes down to a 20 meter. And I dove into his 50 meter to do some laps with him. And when I hit the water, I tore a muscle in my hip. And it hurt so bad, I thought it broke. Oh, hey, Patty, what's going on? I was just talking about, I issued the 2 versus 1 challenge to you in Note. I'm waiting for a confirmation. I'm waiting for you guys to accept. You 2 versus me, same time. But it has to be under the Full Metal Dojo rule set, the FMD rule set. But yeah, you guys versus me. I was just talking about how old, slow, and blind I am. So, you guys have all the advantage. Jim shaking her head. I did some Moneyball math. I don't think it'll go well for those guys.
What?
All we need to do is hold them. You can jits and rack them with catch wrestling. Yeah. Soy Mafia need a stinky face. Oh, potato. Patty's potatoes. Ride on Dreamy to the fight. We would get destroyed. No, there's 2 of you same time versus me. You guys have the advantage. I think the 2 of you might even be heavier than me total, so you have a mass advantage as well. You know what's funny? I saw on a lot of people comment they don't think Patty has a chance to beat Note. I think my pick is for Patty to beat Note in their fight. I think it's going to happen.
You can coach him online, do you?
I give him a little advice every now and then. If I see him training, I might say hey, try this, do this. But yeah, I think Patty's gonna win. I think people are sleeping on Note. Just happens to be a little leaner, so people assume he's a better fighter. But
Leaner, faster, maybe.
he might be. He's smaller for sure. I think Patty. Do you say that Note's 68 kg? John says, Auntie's reaction is priceless.
I try to save his life.
I think Patty said Note is 68 kg. Patty's going to lose weight getting ready for this fight. He's got a month, right? So he's going to probably drop 2 or 3 kg while he's doing cardio. Yeah, he's 68 versus 77.
Patty is 77?
Yeah, but I think by the time Patty's ready to fight, he'll be 74, 75.
Okay.
right? It's still going to be heavier, right? Mass is a big advantage, and if you actually learn proper punch mechanics, you can deliver that weight into a punch.
Use your whole body. Not just arm.
Yeah. So no shoulder punching. You got to really get your hip mechanics right. Foot mechanics are important. Put all that into it. But I think 2 weeks away, right? You lose 4 kg in 2 weeks, 3 kg in 2 weeks if you're putting in the cardio time, and you're eating. Even if you're eating a lot, I would drop 20, 30 pounds in a training camp. I would get up to 290 between fights, and then I'd get back down to 265, 260 for my fights. So just from naturally losing weight in training, right? Because you try to put on more muscle when you're not fighting, and then you get smaller when you're getting ready for your fight. So I would try, the maximum for a heavyweight is 265. I would try to come down to that level, exactly. Sometimes I'd pounds. Sometimes I'd overshoot it. I'd come down to 260, 259. Yeah, Patty actually looks sharp. Yeah, you only train jits, but he looks solid. Yeah, I mean, he's okay. I mean, and they're just boxing. They're not even doing Muay Thai. If they were doing Muay Thai, I think Patty, with those calves of his, he'd snap Note in half. Patty's got those big ass. Every time Patty shows a running video, he's got these monster calves, a bodybuilder style calves.
So he's AJ's brother?
Yeah, he could be. Our buddy AJ Pyro has huge legs also. But yeah, it's about mass. So you get 10 kg. All you got to do is lean on him, push him get him in a corner, and just work him. I fought MMA. So I've done Muay Thai fights, I've done boxing fights, but MMA was what I fought professionally as.
You do stick ass wrestling. Stick to the ass.
Stick to the no.
That style.
Yeah, I was a very competitive grappler. I did a lot of no-gi, Osita.
Grappler, okay.
Jib's talking about an oil check. She thinks I wrestled because I like getting my oil checked. Patty, Joe's putting $5 on you, Patty. Calves are weird. Can't get even his hands around on them. Yeah, for sure, dude. Your calves are jacked. Jacked calves. Like I said, all you got to do is work on cardio, man. If you can out-cardio and you're the bigger guy, and then you just put your weight on them, right? Cup the back of the head, right? Get that dirty boxing going. Uppercut straight to the face. What, Dana versus... Who is that? Is that Dan? John Poe just sent this, Patty. But yeah, I think Patty can win this. I think everyone's sleeping on it. They're all saying Note's going to win, Note's going to win. He's so much smaller. There's an 11 kg difference or 10 kg difference, 9 kg difference. That's huge, especially at that size. 9 kg in heavyweight, not that big a deal. 9 kg at not even lightweight. Patty would be a lightweight. You would cut to get to 70, and Note would probably be cutting to get down another weight class. So, you guys are both, huge difference at that smaller size. And if you can just put your weight on him, tire him out, and then use that to beat his body up, use some dirty boxing, cup the back of the head. Now, I'm not sure if you guys, who's reffing the fight? They're gonna let you dirty box a little bit, get some uppercuts into the face. You can resistant to donuts. I have that donut, body by donut is what I have. Which league? So I fought in, most of my fights were in Full Metal Dojo when I fought, not Full Metal Dojo, World Fighting League in the U.S. back in the early 2000s, Osito. So 04, I had my first pro MMA fight. I fought some, so this is the early days. I fought some not amateur, but not professional fights prior to that and after that. Fights that they're not on my Sherdog record, but I had a few extras. And then I fought a fight in Full Metal Dojo 5 years ago, babe?
6?
Maybe 6 years ago. Just against my buddy John.
7?
No, not 7. Maybe, no.
ไม่ได้ซื้ออันธรรมศาสตร์
2016. But yeah, and that didn't go my way. I got knocked out. But again, I was fighting a guy who was a heavyweight Muay Thai champion, and
long legs
yeah, with long legs. But I caught a hook to the jaw, and it didn't go so well for me. But it was a fun fight. It was my buddy, so we were just fighting to have fun. I happened to get knocked out. Had I got my hands on him, he would have got knocked out. So either way.
no he's not gonna knock out he's gonna get broken bone somewhere
No, I would have pulled him to the ground, just like smash some ground and pound
and he
on
will
him.
tap
He probably would have tapped before he got knocked out, but yeah. But no, I mean, but again, it was just a fun fight. Just two guys. Like this is the thing. Like I'm a
it
fighter.
was fun fight for me. I do it badminton.
Same thing though, right? Like if him and I were both basketball fans, we would have played a game of pickup basketball. So why can't we fight each other?
Because it's a real hurt.
What's up, Craig? So see, I fought World Fighting League (WFL), which was a big East Coast league back in the day, and then I fought against some other organizations that weren't Sherdog or they were mixed rules, and then I did some boxing, some kickboxing, and then I fought Full Metal Dojo as my last fight, and then I reffed MMA fights for 7 years out here, all over Asia, so Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, China, everywhere. Been on like National Stadium in Malaysia, ref like huge stadium shows in China on national TV. So pretty busy with that for years and years. At one point, I was traveling every weekend to ref fights. It became a bit too much. That much international travel. There's a lot of work that goes into reffing fights, especially at smaller shows where there's no commission and you're doing like multiple things. Hand speed and cardio are more important than size sometimes, especially if they were in... No, headgear doesn't really stop head trauma, right? Headgear is really just to stop you from getting like a broken nose or cut up eyes, Osito. So like that impact to your head still happens. The same reason NFL players still get CTE, but even though they wear helmets. But the reason people wear headgear is to just prevent cuts or prevent a broken nose, so they don't get disqualified from a fight. But hand speed is important, but not if you can grab someone. So if you can grab someone, then you can mitigate a lot of that. Now, I don't know if you guys watched the Derek Lewis versus Gann fight, the heavyweight fight we watched last week, or the week before last.
The looking good French guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and obviously hand speed and foot speed was a big differentiator there.
I think like he's fast for heavyweight fighter.
He would be fast for a middleweight fighter. That's how fast he is.
Oh, okay.
Like he's that fast, and he's huge.
ใช่
And so obviously that hand speed and that head speed made a huge difference for Lewis, where he couldn't get the fight off. But again, like if you can mitigate that with certain things. So if you're a smart fighter, you're fighting people who are faster. You fight at a closer range. I wouldn't fight someone who was faster than me on the outside because they'll beat me to the punch every time. And even as a heavyweight, I was never a fast heavyweight. I was much more of an inside fighter. I mean, my hand speed's okay. It's for a professional fighter, my hand speed was average. But it was my ability to work with the range that worked well for me that was a differentiator.
Unchoke.
Yeah,
Unchokeable.
I haven't been choked out in like 15 years since someone actually tapped me with a choke. Actually, Jib caught me. We were training with...
Not caught, because it's a practice. Like, you give me your almost neck into my leg.
My almost neck? You can't even call it my neck. You have to call it my almost neck?
Yeah, because it's not neck. I can choke other guy, no problem. Like guillotine choke. I can reach my arm around his neck and caught him. No problem. But for you... Where is that?
So
somewhere here.
We're training with Ensign Inoue from he's Pride legend, MMA legend, and he was doing a session at the gym that we were training at the time.
He's cute, nah.
Yeah, Ensign's a great guy.
When I tuck my chin, like he tried to show people like to choke, like how to like which is like, so he kind of like does my nose like maybe cannot breathe and like that's on my face.
He's a funny guy. I actually have an interview up with him on the Asian MMA podcast website. He hung out with us for like 2 hours at our place, did an interview. But really cool guy. But he was actually helping Jib with triangle chokes and helping her to choke me. And
very tired.
he might have also put a little bit of extra leverage onto her legs and stuck his hand in on the side of my neck. But whatever. No, for sure. I mean, John, you know, like if you're a fighter, like it's okay to fight a friend. I mean, like it shouldn't be a big deal. Like if you're willing to play basketball against your friend, you should be willing to fight your friend. That's my opinion, and it's fun.
But it's real hurt.
Foreigner Joe streaming his house cost in at $5.74 million makes me think my house build will be a shoebox. 5.74 million baht. I'm assuming.
Dollar or
definitely not. If you have a $5 million house in Thailand, even in Bangkok, that's baller. Like it's 120 million baht. You're gonna be living in Makanahan.
Huh?
Or the one with the Bentley.
Oh, that's one. 168 million.
Yeah. Actually, Jerome, Global Travel Mate, showed one of those once with the Bentley.
Ooh.
But,
so expensive. And someone posts like it's a real estate page, post that someone built condo next to it. So that condo, like the front face to Wireless Road, right?
Yeah.
But the back, maybe it was empty.
Mm-hmm.
And now someone built even higher condo.
It happens.
It's close. Like whoever get the room at the back, when they open the window, they would see neighbor from next building.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's probably not as nice though.
Not nice.
Yeah, especially back in the day. I mean, always, fight. If you're gonna fight your friend, you might as well. I mean, at least you both have a good time. Osita says, I get choked out in sparring by guys 20 years older than me regularly. It's humbling. Yeah, no, for sure. It definitely has that. Effect. Like I said, I've got very good choke defense, and it's been a long time since anyone's choked me. I've been caught in lots of submissions in that time. Don't
Other
get me
submission,
wrong.
but not choke.
Yeah, other submissions. I just haven't been caught in a choke in a very long time. Yeah, especially because my shoulders have gotten so stiff. Key locks have worked really well on me over the years. Unfortunately, I used to have really good key lock defense, but then when my shoulders after my dislocation, the shoulders really stiffened up, and that became hard.
It's funny when I try to armbar you, you just lift me up from the mat.
But I'll tap to a heel hook as soon as it's applied. I don't fight foot locks, just because my knees are already so shot. I'll let people do them on me, but I'm going to tap as soon as they get them. I'm not going to try to escape, because I've seen them go sideways way too many times. And the Brazilians are taking it easy on me, soft choke outs.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll fight a choke until the very end, and I think that's another reason why I haven't been choked in years and years. Even rolling with black belts, world champions.
Oh, I remember Adam's friend.
Yeah.
He's from Brazil.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, very big.
With the meaty fingers.
And his hands, very thick and I would just run away if I see that. He gonna grab my gear, I would just run out.
John says his first pro fight ended with him getting a spider fracture on my orbital. Began immediate Muay Thai training, but all I needed to do was just get a hold of my opponent then. Yeah, that's a tough one, the orbital fracture. My first fight ended 11 seconds. I won by knockout. Spider fractures where it breaks in 4 or 5 different directions.
Yeah.
And this is the orbital.
Ah.
Yeah, my first fight I won in 11 seconds by knockout. I was so nervous and I had to pee. and I didn't have. As soon as they put the cup on me is when I had to pee. So I remember my coach tied the cup on. Like, I have to go to the bathroom. He's like, no, you can't. You have to wait. I'm like, oh. And I won the fight, and I turned around. I started to just try to leave the. I just tried to leave the ring, and they were stopping me. They're like, no, you have to get your hand raised. You won. I'm like, I gotta pee. I was so nervous. Hoping for a stylish Joaquin Buckley finish. Big thumbs up for the auntie. Not for me, just for Auntie Joe. Come on. That house is definitely bought, not USD. 5 million baht. I mean, depends. I don't know where does Foreigner Joe live. I think he lives by the beach, right? Like, depends where you live. 5 million baht can actually buy a lot of house. I have a friend up in Ubon Ratchathani. Their house is like 3 million, like 3.1, and it's huge. It could be a mansion, right? But it's like the difference between living in Cleveland or living in New York, right? There's a big delta, right? 5 million baht in Bangkok gets you like a 30 square meter room in a condo. 5 million baht in like Hoi Hin gets you a palace. 5 million baht in Ubon Ratchathani gets you half the town. Yeah, word, John. Straight up. If you're a pro, you take the fight. Right? And if you're really friends, fighting each other shouldn't matter, right? Win or lose. Whoever's better is going to win that day. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, mine is like freak injury shit. That happens. But, yeah, I mean, if you're really friends, you take the fight. That's my opinion. It always has been. Like, you should be willing to fight your friends because you would play them in basketball, so why can't you fight them? Did you like the pick? Yeah, that was funny. The Aquaman one. Yeah, I tap out. Yeah, now, arm bars. When you get I don't know what level you're at, Osito, but with arm bars, as you get a little bit better, you can actually fight them quite a bit as you learn a couple different escapes and you learn some different angles. Arm bars are pretty comfortable to fight once you're used to that. But you know, it's just about your comfort level. Now, like I said, for me, key locks, kimuras, anything that puts pressure on the shoulder is a little bit more difficult only because I have very stiff shoulders after I dislocated both of them. So, you know, you want to, like, I baby those, but with a straight arm bar, as long as my shoulder joint is free, I can try to twist out of it. I don't always get out of it. I still get caught in arm bars occasionally. It just depends. Now, I'm not going to... I actually let my arm hyperextend once in a fight years ago. I wouldn't do that again, obviously, in training. I'm not going to take an injury. But I'll fight right to before that point and tap. And I also only roll with, like, people who I know aren't going to, like, go crazy on a submission and crank it. Right? You want to control who you roll with at that extent, especially when your body's in the condition that mine is. There we go. Did you get cotton mouth in your early fights? I thought I was going to choke or throw up. Yeah, I definitely thought I was throwing up my first fight. Right until the bell rang, John. Right until the bell rang, I thought that I was going to throw up in my very first fight. And then the bell rang, and I don't know, it just switched. But yeah, I was not in a good place. 180K outside of a large city is a lot. He's probably getting worked for the Farang price, even though his girlfriend is around. I don't know. It depends on where you're at. Like, there are, like, if he's like in another town or in another city, I don't know exactly where his house is. You know, 5.4 million could be reasonable. Depends on how much land he's on. Did he custom build it? What type of finishings did he put in it? All that goes into play. But then I have a friend up in Chiang Mai has a beautiful new place too for 3 million baht. But he's kind of outside the city quite a bit. But I mean, his place is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and like Western kitchen, all of that. Hey, what's going on, Rick Mack? We were just talking about the fight game. For I don't know, a lot of you guys might know because I've said this about Rich before, but best cut man in Asia, right there, Rich Mack. The fires are extinguished. The black bears are still stalking me. The weather is getting colder, 10 degrees Celsius every day. Damn. 10 degrees. The black bears are actually usually pretty friendly, right? Isn't it the grizzlies you have to worry about, Rich? Yeah, never roll with someone you don't know. Someone can get... Yeah, like I said, when I was younger, I'd roll with anyone, right? For sure. But as I got older, I realized that's not the best thing to do. The other thing is, like, the other reason I don't roll with newbies is because last time I rolled with a newbie, this was like maybe 7 years ago. He didn't cut his nails. I ended up with a huge scratch that went all the way around my neck. Looked like someone tried to decapitate me. I've been stuck at Purple for 2 years. BJJ gyms closed off and on during COVID mostly. A lot of people spend years and years at Purple Belt, man. That's fine. I don't have any belt. I'm technically a white belt, even though I've been training for 2 decades. So, and you know, it's just I've never trained gi. I've always trained no gi, so I wasn't collecting belts. Hey, babe, everything okay? What's that? Who did? Oh, really, Granny? Oh, all right, guys. I'm gonna wrap up the live stream. So, Jib's got something going on we need to address. So I appreciate you guys hanging out and chilling with us this morning. Sorry for the late start. Hey, Rich, thank you for the super chat, man. But yeah, I gotta wrap it up because we got something going on. So have a good one, guys, and thank you for rocking with us. And we'll see you Saturday for the live stream. Don't forget, top 5 pizza place in Bangkok drops tomorrow. Bye.